Ahoy there! We returned from beyond the grave. Of course, by beyond the grave, I mean 3 days without uploading. Because, you know, Jesus needed 3 days to get resurrected. Anyways, what is up, everybody? This is Alias, once again, here for you. Have you ever really wondered, watching all of those professional players play the extreme demons of Geometry Dash? Wow, these guys are good. They are gods. They can survive the most severe Geometry Dash conditions that there can be. But the question is, what are the very most severe Geometry Dash conditions that one could think of? That is what I'm going to find out today. It's time to figure out how much is the tightest space possible in the game. We're going to have to do 3 things in order to find that out. First, we're gonna make a level. Second, we're gonna have to choose a random song. Of course, it's gotta be this one. Third thing we need to do, we have to decide what game modes we should use. So to start, this is the cube. You all know the cube. Everyone that ever played Geometry Dash, even for a slight second, knows what a cube is. So far, people have discovered that the cube can jump over the maximum of 3 spikes, like this. So a 4 spike jump would not be an option. However, there is a crucial difference between a jump and a timing. So what my goal is not discovering how far you can jump, but how much of a crucial timing you can get through. Well, let's begin with a simple 1 space jump, 1 space timing like this. Perfect. Now, we're gonna have to lower it a little bit. Yes, this can still be done. That was exactly 24 small spaces between the 2 spikes. But can we go even further? So now we're moving forward to 23, 22. Yeah, this should do it. Can this still be done? After 10 unsuccessful attempts, we can conclude that there has to be at least 23 spaces in between the obstacles in order for a cube to pass them. That is one game mode out of the way. Next one, ship. The ship is a tiny bit different. It doesn't jump like a cube, so that means there are no timings. There is just skill. And by skill, I mean flying straight in between the 2 spikes. So how far apart do these 2 have to be in order for a ship to pass them? I changed the background, it seems a bit too hellish. Ah, this is better. Let's start by doing the good old 1 space obstacle. So that means there is 1 cube in between the 2 spikes. And we do this for sure. That means we can go further. 15, is this still doable? Yes. 14. Absolutely doable. 13. Still possible. Getting closer together. 12 is still possible. Is 11 still possible though? 11 is possible as well. We are approaching the very minimum. Is 10 still doable? And 10 can still be passed. I'm gonna try one more. 9. If 9 is doable, that is actually gonna surprise me. Okay, 9 spaces is still a doable amount. 8 is a doable. This should not be doable in any case. And it is. 8 spaces is still an acceptable width. 7. This looks like a mini ship obstacle, to be honest. Is 7 still doable? Well, I'm gonna try to do it in normal mode. Let's see if I get any better results in there. I did it! It is actually possible. 7 spaces is still a doable amount of spaces. I did not imagine this. What can we do except go a little further? Is 6 still possible? After a couple seconds of trying, I decided that it's not possible. That means 7 is the lowest amount of spaces that you can still pass with the ship game mode. Next game mode. As our next candidate, we have the ball. The ball is pretty similar to the cube, except that you cannot jump with it. You can maneuver the ball by clicking and switching your gravity, so I'm going to do the same pattern as I did for the cube. First, I'll begin with 1 full block of space in between the spikes. Alright, 1 space is possible, but to be honest, that was pretty self-explanatory. That was 24 spaces to begin with. -1. 23 is doable. Next up, 22 is still doable. Moving on, 21. That is doable as well. We have hit the round number of 20. Is this still possible? 20 is still possible to perform. Going even closer together. 19. Is this the absolute limit of how much space you can actually fit through as the ball? No. You can apparently still fit through 19 small spaces. This brings us to 18. Is this possible? I was unable to get through in 21 attempts. 21? I think I can conclude by saying that the lowest amount of spaces that need to be there for the ball to fit through is 19. 9 plus 10. Next up, the UFO. This is a very similar concept in comparison with the cube. It's literally the same except for the fact that this thing can fly. This is my UFO setup. 15 spaces on spot. Let's go. Of course, you can fit through. 14. Still doable. 13. Still doable. 12. Still doable. Going closer. 11 is still a possible option. 10 spaces can still be traversed. 9 is a bit of a problem. 9 spaces can be fit through as well. Can the UFO beat the ship? 8 is still possible, but 7 is the lowest border of this experiment. I made it. I made it through. I cannot believe this. I am pretty sure that what we just did is the lowest border for the UFO. Moving on to the next one. Wave. Wave is a very special concept because it's the only game mode that can move diagonally and in no other direction, of course. So skill-wise, it's actually going to be harder for me to test this because Wave in general requires more skill than the rest of the game modes. I think I'm gonna go with the same template as for the ship and the UFO. Our setup is complete. Let's test this. 15 spaces and go. Doable. 14. Doable. 13. Still passable. 12 is doable just as well. 11 is a thing too. 10 still passed it. Starting with 1-digit numbers, 9 is still possible. As for the 8, is it the same? Yes, it is. 7. If this is possible, which it is, of course, because I just did it, that means the wave might be able to beat the ship and the UFO. 6 spaces. If the wave can pass this, that means that it's the tightest game mode out of all so far. Let's go. I just first tried this. What the hell? Wave takes the lead with 6 spaces in between the spikes. But can it smash the borders even further? 5 spaces. Is it possible? Oh my, can I stop first trying this? 4 spaces. Am I ever not gonna first try this? 3. Is that gonna put Wave in his place? Nope, not even 3 spaces can contain the wave. How tight is this game mode? 2 spaces and go. 2 spaces is not the limit either, so that means the wave might actually be able to pass the 1 space obstacle. Can I do this? After more than 50 unsuccessful attempts, I have decided that the wave has finally been broken by 1 space. Next game mode. The 6th icon is the robot. The robot is basically the cube, but with the ability to jump higher. Starting with 15 spaces, how far can we get? 15 is passable. 14 is also passable. Is 13 a match for the robot? No. Proceeding to 12. Even after 12 spaces, he is still not contained. 11. Is that a match for him? It is not. Getting closer together. 10 spaces. Still possible. Reaching the 1-digit number with 9. He can still do it. Approaching the final limit, we have 8 spaces. Nearly 1 million unsuccessful tries have gone by, and I can determine that the minimum amount of spaces for the robot is 9. Next game mode. And for our final contestant, we have the spider. The spider is the newest game mode, which I like the least. Works the same way as the ball, except for the fact that you can switch gravity without any delay, making the space between the obstacles nearly inexistent before you can pass them. This is the torturing chamber that I have built for the spider. The amount of spaces shown here is 5, so we will not be starting with 15, but with 10 less. Just because I don't like spider. Go. Still doable. 4. Can be passed. 3. Still possible. The spider needs to suffer, decreasing the space to 2. If he passes this, he is tied with the wave. Spider and wave are now tied. Can 1 space be beaten? And I could say that the spider is the new champion of the tight space contest, but the contest is not finished yet. Decreasing the distance to 0 spaces. If the spider survives this, he is a god. Let's try it out. The spider does not give in to my torture. I'm gonna have to venture into the world of negative numbers. Decreasing the space to -1. If he survives this, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Are you kidding? The spider is just asking for torture. Decreasing the space to -2. Go. Oh my god. -3. This should finish him off. -4. I'm starting to lose my mind. But anyway, this concludes this video. So we all lived happily ever after. The spider won the contest, Freddie Mercury beat Supersonic, I hit 20k subscribers, and so on and so on. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to both like and subscribe, and show this video to the rest of your geometricial colleagues, because who doesn't want to see an immortal spider? Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye! Wow. Bye. Okej, dobra.